of office were given 10 million shillings each, and others 20 million. It's a den of corruption. And so is the National Assembly. And by extension, all public institutions. So this is something that we intend to correct when we form government. The United Opposition intends to deal with corruption head-on, because it's the greatest challenge that we have as a country. We have a very, very serious challenge where we even have budgeted corruption, and where corruption has been institutionalized and people don't find it anything wrong. Again, William Ruto has really encouraged people to practice corruption. He is bribing people in the loans of State House openly when everybody can see. He calls people and gives them bribes. So once the president has shown that bribery is a way of life, the senators have learned from him, because he also started by bribing them. So when he is not available to bribe them, they have to be bribed by somebody else. And so bribery has become a normal way of life in this country, and it has been perfected by William Ruto. He is shamelessly, with his deputy, going around in the country with sacks of money stolen from institutions like Kenyatta National Hospital to bribe people for re-election. And therefore the senators, the MPs, the police, the administrators, everybody is learning from the best. William Ruto is the one who has perfected bribery as a way of life, and therefore everybody has learned from him. And that is the country now that we have. And that is why we are preparing for the next election to correct this situation by removing from office and bringing a government that is transparent and accountable. Yes?
Yes, there's Apollo TV 57. There's a petition in court to stop political meetings in State House. What's your reaction to that? Number two, how far have you gone with plans in search of the United Opposition plan bearer, and are there any planned meetings coming up? Number three, you promised to name the Witima church attack suspects. How soon are you going to name them? Number four is...
Too many questions. Those are enough. One, we agree with that petition. State House has become a scene of crime. Instead of being a coveted institution where good policies are conceived and pronounced, it has become the center of corruption and bribery. It has also is no longer a national institution that looks after the people of Kenya. It is now the headquarters for UDA party and the election of William Ruto. William Ruto has abandoned government. He's not running the government anymore. He's just thinking about the election. So State House is a campaign scene, and again a scene of corruption and bribery. We are committed to have one single presidential candidate to face William Ruto. We want to ask patience from the people of Kenya. Coalition building is a delicate affair, but the people of Kenya have been very clear to us that they want one candidate to face William Ruto, and we want to give them that commitment. On my part, I want to give that commitment. And when I listen to my sister Mother Karua and my other brothers in the alternative government, they are all committed that we shall have one single presidential candidate to face William Ruto. What I want to ask is patience, and there is no hurry. Mwai Kibaki, the third president of the Republic of Kenya, was named as the opposition flag bearer on the 14th of October 2022, when the election was on 27th December the same year. 2 months, 13 days apart. There's no hurry. We can take our sweet time. If you ask me, we should not be in a hurry. Anything from March, April next year is good enough. We told IG Kaja that we shall go back on the 16th for a report. We want to hear from him. I have information William Ruto has said those people should not be taken to court because he will be indicted. And he will be shooting himself in the foot because they are actually policemen and politicians very close to him. The investigations have actually unearthed all the police officers who were on the scene and the politicians who hosted them and who planned the attack, but there will be a very serious cover-up. I have information that William Ruto has said that he would not allow the prosecution of those politicians and those policemen because his government will be right in the center of it. But let's cross the bridge when we get there. We'll go to see the IG on the 16th. He promised us that he'll give us progress report, and we told him we won't arrest and prosecution by then. But let's cross the bridge when we get there. Last one. Yes. My friend, I'm here today talking about Northern Kenya. I'm a Kenyan leader. William Ruto has unsuccessfully tried to say I'm tribal because I come from the mountain and I spend a lot of time there because it's home. Even you people, when you go to work, in the evening you go back home because that's home. I'm a Kenyan leader and I'll be talking about Kenya. I'm today talking about Northern Kenya. Later tonight I have radio stations from the Ma community discussing issues in Narok, in Kajiado, and in Samburu. I want to say the 2010 Constitution dealt in a very big way with the issue of marginalization. My administration will work on accountability to make sure that funds, public funds, appropriated by the National Assembly and given to the counties and given to the MPs through the Constitutional Development Fund, those funds are spent prudently for the purposes for which they were appropriated. I don't think we have really a big problem about lack of funds. It's the issue of accountability, and more so the North. The people of Northern Kenya have borne the brunt of lack of accountability. And they have been taken for granted for too long. And that's why they're happy with me. And I can tell you, President William Ruto has the MPs and the governors in Northern Kenya and the senators. I have the people. The people are with me because I'm talking their language. And I've become a very serious defender of the people of Northern Kenya. And I want to give them a solemn promise and undertaking that in the next 1.5 years, I'll be their spokesman. I'll bring out all the issues that bedevil their region. I'll call out their leaders until they get justice. And after I'm elected president, I'll sort them out. I'll carry out a special audit on funds allocated to those regions from 2013 to date. And those who have misappropriated those funds will be held accountable. And they must pay the price for stealing public funds. Yes.
What do you have to say about the drought situation in the Mount Kenya region now that you are against the food supply system being used by politicians?
The drought situation in Mount Kenya region is very minimal. There are very few areas that receive relief food in the Central Kenya region, where I worked for many years as a district officer. I know the Mount Kenya region like the back of my hand. We have some little challenge in Tharaka, some little challenge in Bere, some little challenge in Katwanyaga, in Thika, some little challenge in Kakuzi, in Maragua, some little challenge in Karai, in Kikuyu, some little challenge in Deya, in Rimuru, some little challenge in Kieni, in Nyeri. That's it. And a little challenge in some parts of Ndaragwa, in Nyandarua. We have no business sending food to Kinangop. It's a basket of